Diablo 4 has had a wild ride since launch, from sky-high expectations to frustrated fans. But here in 2025, with the game landing on PS Plus, the big question is simple: is it worth playing now? One thing that hasn't changed since launch is the game's atmosphere. Diablo 4 still delivers one of the most visually rich and tonally dark experiences in the genre. The environments feel gritty, bloody, and alive. Whether you're walking through a rain-soaked village or descending into a cursed crypt, everything feels handcrafted for the tone the game is aiming for. The cutscenes in the campaign still hold up visually, and some major boss encounters feel cinematic without interrupting the gameplay. It's one of the few areas where the campaign stays consistently strong from start to finish. But once you dive deeper into the actual story, things start to feel a bit flat. The main plot might pull you in at first, but the middle chapters can drag. The writing doesn't always match the tone the visuals set up. Characters don't evolve much, and the emotional beats just don't hit that hard. If you're expecting a deep, character-driven narrative like other modern RPGs, the Diablo 4 campaign might feel underwhelming. It plays more like a long setup for the real meat of the game, the endgame systems and seasonal content. Some moments do stand out, especially a few boss battles that feel tailored for dramatic effect, but these are too few and far between to carry the entire campaign. Combat is where the campaign redeems itself. You get to try different builds and classes as you progress through the acts, and the recent class balancing makes early-level gameplay much more engaging than it used to be. Things feel faster, tighter, and smoother overall. The enemy variety helps too. You're not fighting the same type of creature over and over, and some of the bosses in the campaign have mechanics that actually require attention, not just button mashing. That said, the difficulty curve is inconsistent. Some missions feel too easy, while others throw in annoying difficulty spikes that can be frustrating, especially if your gear isn't scaled right. Progression in the campaign used to be a slog, but that's changed a lot thanks to recent updates. Leveling now feels faster, skill trees are more rewarding, and the game encourages experimentation. You can actually feel your character getting stronger at a satisfying pace. The big issue is the loot. During the campaign, loot drops are still underwhelming. You'll often spend hours grinding through missions only to get gear that doesn't feel worth the effort. The real rewards come after the campaign, which can make the early 30 to 50 levels feel like a long warm-up rather than the main attraction. If you're jumping in on PS Plus expecting a satisfying gear hunt from the start, the campaign might leave you feeling empty until you hit the endgame. Diablo 4's campaign isn't just a straight run from one story mission to another. There are world events, dungeons, and some side activities baked into the flow. But after a few hours, the side content starts to blend together. Many quests follow the same formula: go here, kill this, return. The campaign in 2025 benefits a lot from the reworks brought in by the Loot Reborn update. The interface is cleaner, navigating the world feels less tedious, and systems like respecs and skill management are much easier to use. If you skip the game at launch because of clunky UI or slow leveling, those pain points have mostly been fixed. But there are still moments of repetition. Certain story missions make you backtrack, dungeon layouts can feel too similar, and the pacing in the middle chapters could still use more tightening. Now that Diablo 4 is available through PS Plus, it's more accessible than ever. That alone makes it easier to recommend for at least giving the campaign a try. You're not paying full price, and the visual polish and improved mechanics do make a strong first impression. However, the story doesn't offer much emotional payoff. The campaign rewards are thin, and it can feel like a long intro to a game that only truly starts after you finish the main questline. So if you're jumping in for the campaign alone, temper your expectations. It's solid, polished, and atmospheric, but don't expect it to blow your mind. If you're planning to continue into the seasonal content, then the campaign serves as a decent, if not amazing, stepping stone. Diablo 4 in 2025 is in a much better place than it was at launch. The campaign still isn't the game's strongest feature, but it's smoother, faster, and more beginner-friendly than ever, especially for PS Plus users. If you're here for dark fantasy vibes, flashy combat, and a taste of what Diablo 4 has to offer before diving into the real endgame, it might be worth downloading. Just don't expect the campaign alone to carry the experience. Thanks for watching, see you in the next review.